Hi everyone, Janie and Jason here for a May question and answer session.
Yep.
We are trying to do these videos once a month to answer a bunch of questions that you all leave in the comment section, which we really appreciate. I actually have started answering some questions at the ends or middle of my videos, which has been
a good idea.
It's
I
been a
kind of
big
like
hit.
that flow. That kind of works well.
Yeah, and it makes it so that I don't have to wait till the end of the month to answer those kind of pertinent questions like, you know, fertilizing or about a question of a video that I just had. So that's been really fun. Thanks for leaving your questions. I love talking about gardening, so it makes it really fun to to answer those kind of questions. So I think I'll keep doing that because I'm really enjoying that. But at least for these videos, Jason and I can answer questions about kind of more general stuff like what's going on with life. So probably the biggest, most prolific question, how do you say that? Most frequent question. Most common question that we got this month was about Garden Answer. Laura and Aaron, this is Andrew's Seed Co. We went on a trip to Boise, Idaho to go to Franz Whitty Garden Center for an event, which was super fun, such a fun event for Best of the West. And it was raining, unfortunately.
Which they get less rain than we do, and somehow they got rain at the end of May.
My events have been so unlucky. Like all of them have gotten rain, either rain at the event or rain earlier in the day. And it's just, I mean, I appreciate the rain. It's great, but I was so bummed. But at least it was inside, so that was good.
It was still good.
Yeah, so it was really fun. So I did contact Aaron and I let him know that we were going to be in town, and
because we were going to be snooping around Andrews anyway.
Yeah, we were planning to go to Andrews.
We were going to go check it out no matter what.
Yeah, we were planning to go to Laura's parents' garden center anyway, just to see it and say hi. So I emailed them and I said that we were going to go and that I wasn't going to film anything. I was going to be, really
respectful and
Yeah.
You want to go shove a camera in their face.
I know. So they invited us over to their house to see their garden.
It was so nice of them to do.
It was, but how amazing was the garden?
The garden was crazy incredible.
It's better than you guys think. People always say when they come see my garden, they always say, it doesn't look like what it looks like on video. And
I know, and people say that and I go, oh yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, so you're being nice, thanks, that's nice.
Yeah.
But then we just saw that one and it was like, this is so much prettier than it is on camera. And they do a good job, obviously. They know what they're doing filming it, but you just can't do it justice.
Yeah,
right?
It just is different in your brain. And then, we pulled into the gate and we were like, what?
Yeah. like immediately. It was like, what is going on here? This place is crazy.
Oh my gosh, they are doing such a good job. It is so beautiful. What was your favorite part? The dream stream or?
No, actually the new area where they have I don't even know what they call it. Is it where they have the the grass pathways,
That's my favorite part.
Is it like the French?
It's the new formal garden, I think is what she's calling it. Her old cut flower garden, but now it's the new formal garden. That's my favorite part.
I didn't know that.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, it's funny.
That part is beautiful.
Really nice.
Stunningly beautiful. So they gave us a tour around their whole property. The kids were walking around with us.
Yeah, they're cute.
They are the nicest people.
Yeah.
Aaron and Laura, I hope you're watching this because you are the nicest people ever. They are, you would hope that they would be exactly like they were on video, and they are 100%, if not nicer.
Yeah.
They're just the sweetest people. They took the time to hang out with us, talk to us. We were sitting in the couches in the shade like Laura always talks about, and we were hanging out and talking, and it was just one of the best days ever.
It was fun.
Wasn't it fun?
No, they're the sweetest, nicest people. Yeah, it was just, you never know when you meet somebody who you've seen on TV or on camera or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Are they going to be nice or are they going to be a different person?
Right.
But they're the same people.
They people.
They don't act anything. They just are nice, sweet people.
I know.
Yeah.
I kept waiting. Is this
no,
really?
They're very busy and they took a lot of time to hang out with us, which was really nice and really generous because I know they've got stuff to do too. They're great.
I know.
Yeah.
It was a dream come true. It was really, really fun. So we did not film any videos. I was just enjoying it and taking it all in myself.
Yeah.
The pond and the dream stream is absolutely gorgeous. Seeing all the new things that they were doing is, I mean, it's it's quite an operation there. It is, right? They have got it figured out. They've got, they know what they're doing. They're really smart about everything. And it was just really fun to see. And it just makes me think how much work we have to, I mean, we're behind like what, 10 years or something like that. You know what I mean? But like, holy cow, I gotta pick my game up. The gardening game.
It's like a whole different like strat. I mean, no offense to you. It's like a whole different stratosphere thing I got going on. It's crazy.
I know. There's no comparison.
But they were also like really nice to like, not that we were asking for a bunch of advice, but we kind of talked about just stuff about how to film and how to edit and how to do little logistical things, and they were just totally nice to tell us how they do that stuff. And like,
it was fun talking to somebody that lives the same lifestyle that we do. With the filming and with kids and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, not to go on and on about Laura and Aaron, but it was.
But we could, because we talked about her parents about it when we got back for quite a while.
Oh yeah, my parents.
Your parents. Because it was just. It was just so much fun. It was great.
It was really, really fun. So they are awesome human beings. Seriously awesome human beings. So to answer all of your questions, yes, we met up with them. Yes, it was so much fun. No, we did not film a video. And
keep watching them because they deserve it. They're awesome.
They deserve it. They totally deserve it. Yeah, they deserve it. Anyway, so that was the big fun thing. That's it. Video over.
It's all downhill from here.
That's it. All right. Next question was from Melanie Tucker. She says, I live in the Boise area, and someone told me for iceberg roses in hot climates, it's better to have them in part sun. Do you find that to be true for yours? No, I don't. I think they thrive in hot sun. I think they're one plant that's really, really good in hot sun, and I think they would be fine in Boise hot sun. I mean, the only thing I can say is Boise is super similar weather to us.
Very much more than I realized.
Much more,
once I talk to people and stuff, like
holy cow, yeah. But I do have to say, Boise is dry, like more arid than we are. When we went there, we were like,
it's true, like true, like desert air.
Yeah, so maybe that kind of might irritate the iceberg rose, but if I were you, Melanie, I would plant your iceberg rose in full sun.
Yeah, ours are full sun and they look great.
They're totally fine. Even in the hottest days of summer, they look great. Marjorie asks, you mentioned that you fertilized your roses. I usually only fertilize in the spring. Can you go over when and how often you fertilize? I'm on a regular routine with my petunias, but not other shrubs and especially roses. Thank you, and I love watching your videos. So yeah, I would fertilize more than once for sure. If you go back, I just did a video where I went to this beautiful rose garden, Linda's Rose Garden, and she has a 12-month guidance type thing on how she fertilizes her roses. Now, that is like A+ student, 10 out of 10, intense.
Very detailed.
Very detailed rose care. I don't think you need to go that intense, but the link is in the description down below in that video, so you can grab that. What I do is if I'm just using rose fertilizer, like rose tone or any type of organic rose food, I will get myself on a monthly schedule. It's supposed to be every 4 to 6 weeks during the growing season. You fertilize your rose. If you're going to do the Van Winden's Magic Rose Mix, which is a mix of rose fertilizer, alfalfa, and something called Solpo Mag, that you can put on 3 or 4 times a year and you'll be fine. The most important thing, if you live in a hot environment, is you want to stop fertilizing if it gets too hot. Like triple digits for a month in a row. Go ahead and stop fertilizing then because you don't want new growth on your rose for that. So I'm going to stop fertilizing in August and September, and then I'll restart again. Actually, I'll probably fertilize in September. I'll stop in July, like end of July, August. It kind of depends, but definitely be fertilizing all the way up there, and you'll get a more recurrent flush of blooms after you deadhead. Okay. Patty DeBatty says, the Calandrina looks great. Now you and your viewers can enjoy the blooms. Thank you, Patty. Always have admired your garden. Are you going to be doing a Show Me Your Garden spring/summer edition this season? I put this in because I don't know. For the Show Me Your Gardens.
I don't know.
So for the Show Me Your Garden series, which you guys don't know, I've done them 2 years in a row now. And basically it's when I ask you all to submit videos of your gardens in your particular zones, and then I do a video on each zone. And it's been a pretty good hit. And I don't know if I should do it. So I wanted to say it on here and maybe like put a poll or something up to see if you guys want me to do that again.
That'd be a good idea. A poll would be a good idea.
Would be a great idea. So I'll put a poll up to see if you guys want me to do it. I won't feel bad if you say you're not interested. It's totally fine. And then if I do decide to do it, just take a video, and I cannot emphasize this enough. Turn your phone sideways, so long ways, right? Don't do it up and down because it's really hard for me to edit it that way. But if you do it sideways, and then you don't technically have to talk in it, but we all like it better if you talk in it. So I'm going to urge you to talk in it, and just talk about what your favorite plants are and all that kind of stuff, and make sure it's less than 5 minutes. I did have a couple people, sweet people, who submitted some really beautiful videos, but they were 20-minute long videos, and I couldn't post them. So
because you're trying to do like a few in one zone.
Right.
So you can't have a 20-minute one be one of them.
And the whole video is about 20 minutes anyway. So
that's, I mean, the whole thing is so you need each one to be it's
about 5 minutes.
About 5 minutes so you can fit for
exactly. So anyway, I haven't really decided, Patty, if I was going to do that or not yet, but thank you for asking. And if I get a good response from you guys, I'll definitely do it again because I love seeing them. It's just a matter of, one, if you guys want to see them, and two, if you guys want to take the time to submit your gardens. But I would love that. All right, next question is from Colin. He asked, question, do you need to keep the black walnut trimmings out of your compost pile, or will the jug alone contaminate the compost that you create? Does the composting process kill that toxicity? And no, it does. I mean, eventually it will. Like if I let my compost sit for 2 years, it probably would wear out. But no, I won't be able to put my black walnut tree trimmings into my compost pile. If I get a wood chipper and compost it, no, I won't be able to mix it in. But that's a good question, and thanks for pointing that out because I didn't say that in the video, so thanks. All right, next one is a funny one. This one is from Artemisia. I know I mispronounced that, and I apologize. She says, hey, Janie, do you not eat green almonds? They are some of my favorite things. It's nice and yummy. Cut through the green shell and eat the raw almonds. Yum. Did you know?
I knew about this.
What? How?
Because of...
you went...
I went to Sadie's... Oh, hi, Monty. I went to Sadie's 3rd grade class, went on a field trip to an almond farm here locally because one of the teachers knows one of the owners of the farm or something like that. And so, we went and got a whole tour of the almond farm, including the the packing area and the shelling area, and then like the actual like trees as well. And they picked some almonds. It was about this time of year, maybe a little earlier, and they picked some almonds off the tree and showed us how to peel them and eat them. And I had never done it before.
Was it good?
It was fine. It was like, I don't remember it being like amazing, but then I don't know. I was also maybe a little unsure about it, but maybe I should give it a second chance because
I looked it up and it was like, absolutely. It's like April through June in California, and you can sprinkle like salt on it or something.
You know what? They mentioned something about that.
Yeah. And it was supposed to be like absolutely delicious.
Yeah. So we have plenty.
We have plenty.
We should try it.
We don't even own an almond tree.
And we still have plenty.
And we still have plenty.
Yeah.
So thanks.
No shortage of almonds.
I will try one for sure. Yeah, that was so. Of course. You and Sadie loved that almond field trip.
It was fun.
You guys talk about it all the time.
It was a fun thing.
Still, and she's in 6th grade now, and it was a 3rd grade field trip. Anyway, so thanks for the question. Yeah, I've never eaten a green almond. I will definitely try it. Okay, so Tracy asks, you created a special worm hotel in one of your raised beds. How are they doing? Your channel brings me so much joy every day. Thank you. My worm hotel or compost in-bed worm composting is fine. I haven't really checked on it, and I haven't really fed it. So I don't know.
So who knows? The worms might be all right.
The worms might be okay. I don't know. I mean, they could have, gone off. I was having a really hard time getting enough kitchen scraps because we were giving some to the chickens, we were giving some to the bunnies, and then it was like the last scraps were for the worms, and then I just kind of got lazy and forgot about it. So maybe we just don't have enough scraps for the worms. I don't know. I have to go check and see if I have vermicompost in there or something like that. It was a good idea, but keeping it up and the chickens and the bunnies was was a bit much. Are you dying of heat right now?
It's hot.
It is so hot right now.
It's like we haven't been 90 yet.
Yeah, it's 90 degrees right now. That's why we're sitting in the shade by the front porch. But, oh, man, I am sweating. My body is not used to this yet. Okay, Hernandez says, wow, Janie, I love your garden a lot. It always inspires me a lot. Thank you. Question, you have Cat's Pajamas Nepeta from Proven Winners. How is the difference between Proven Winners Cat's Pajamas Nepeta and Green Acres Catmint Walker's Low? Green Acres is our local garden center, so you must be local. Catmint Walker's Low is just a different variety of Nepeta. I'm planning to buy some for my garden. I would like to know what is the difference between those. Okay, so Catmint Walker's Low, I did not know this at first, but I figured this out. Walker's Low Catmint is the name of the plant because it's named after the breeder, I think is what it is. It is not a low variety of catmint.
That's what you planted at the other house, right?
I planted it at the other house, and I planted like 9 of them in a tiny spot, and it was like, It was beautiful. It was absolutely stunning. It's not a compact variety.
I remember it being way more than you thought it was going to be.
We were like, oh my gosh, I should take some of those out. So basically to answer your question is Cat's Pajamas Nepeta is a lot smaller and a lot more compact than Walker's Low. And that's very confusing because of the names, but Walker's Low has nothing to do with it being a compact plant, which is really interesting. I think both varieties are incredibly beautiful, and I think either one would be perfect in your garden, especially if you're local to me, if you shop at Green Acres, or I guess you might be in Texas, Green Acres. I don't know. Anyway, both varieties are a great choice. I do think that Cat's Pajamas has more flowers than Walker's Low. I think Walker's Low has really pretty flowers, but they're a little bit more sparse than Cat's Pajamas. Cat's Pajamas is like purple, and Walker's Low is like purple. Like... I hope that makes sense. Okay, next question is from @ChickGardener. She says, question, Janie, how in the world are your plants so full? What's your secret? My zone 8B climate is extremely close to your weather. Desert, hot, drought. I have drip irrigation and I hose water too. I fertilize mine and they look tiny. I don't get it. Help. Well, did you see my garden last year? I feel very strongly for the sleep, creep, leap, right? The first year that you plant something, it's going to be so slow. You're going to be like, oh, I can't believe it, right? Nothing's growing. And then it's going to get a little bit better the second year. And then the third year, it's going to be so lush and so beautiful. So I think that that's one thing, depending on when you plant your plants. Give it time, be patient. Remember, I only show things that have had time to kind of develop. Somebody was talking to me about how I wasn't showing my 7 sunflower tree, and it was because I had just planted it last year and there wasn't much to show, right? Because it was still in the sleep stage. But once things grow a little bit more, then I start showing them. I think that my garden is very lush, at least right now, because I've planted things very, very close together on purpose because I like that look and I want it to look really lush. But that also is kind of like a cheat code for making things
That's something you've always done, though.
Yeah.
I just like that look
I
of it
love that.
being really full. So you've always planted things right on the edge of being too close for what they're like supposed to be or what the plant tag says or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, where it could technically be not right. I get away with it, and you could too because you're dry, and so we don't get powdery mildew usually. Maybe a little bit, but not a lot. But yeah, that makes a huge difference. The other thing I have to say, though, is that I do choose plants and lean heavily on plants that in my mind look lush and stay lush all season long. I don't like to choose plants that won't really, really perform. And so anytime I choose a plant, I really think about like, how big is this going to get? How many leaves is it going to get? I want it to be an intense grower. I want it to be borderline invasive in my garden. Don't say that.
You get in trouble.
I want it to be borderline invasive in my garden because I think it's beautiful. I have to hold myself back from planting ivy. Don't worry, I won't do it. But I have to hold myself back from planting ivy because I love that look, and that's what I'm always going for. So I think that's part of it too.
Can I apologize if you hear panting in the microphone?
Oh, that's not. I thought you were going to apologize for me saying I want to plant borderline invasive things.
This dog is here and it's hot and he's just panting so loudly and I'm like, I don't know if it's going to pick
He
it up.
wants to go inside, but we are not going inside, so he will stay out here. He's a good boy.
Yeah.
He's a good boy.
He'll hang out with us.
He wants to go inside. He's like, guys, it's hot. It's time to go inside. Okay, next question is from Amy. She says, beautiful. Thanks to you, I have salvia everywhere this year. Yay! Question, do you cut or prune or shape or pinch during the growing season? I have the same question about my Miss Molly. Nope. I mean, I will deadhead if I'm really on it for both of those. For my Plain the Blues salvia, for my Mystic Spire salvia. Actually, do I even have Mystic Spire? I don't even think I have Mystic Spire salvia.
It's all Plain the Blues now, isn't it?
I think it's all Plain the Blues. And then for my Miss Molly, I will deadhead. I will have the intention to deadhead. Will I do it? We'll see, right? But I don't shape it or I don't do anything. Let the plant grow as it wants to grow. And then at the end of the season, cut it back to about 6 inches. For the Miss Molly, depending on how much frost you get, if you get really, really cold, wait until January or February. Wait until late winter to cut that one back. But they're really like super low care plants. Like you don't have to do anything to your salvia.
Yeah, salvia, like, yeah, it looks great all the time, no matter what.
No matter what. Next question is from Julia. This question was from the garden tour that I did at Charlotte's house, the gardener's garden. It was such a beautiful garden tour. You didn't go to that one.
I didn't go.
Yeah, are you jealous?
Yeah,
it was so pretty.
It was pretty.
It was so beautiful. So she had Artemisia as a ground cover, very small Artemisia, and it had the cutest yellow flowers. Julia says, hi, any idea what type of Artemisia she planted with the yellow ball flowers? Charlotte cannot remember the name of that Artemisia. I have looked it up, and I've tried to find out what kind it is, and
no luck, huh?
No luck at all. I think maybe my friend Greg from Green Acres knows what it is, so I'll have to text him and see if he knows. If I can get an answer before I post this, I'll put it on the screen right now. But I wanted to put this question just in case any of you knew what type of Artemisia it was. Share your knowledge with us because we're all dying because we want that ground cover in our garden. It was absolutely beautiful. It was the cutest thing. It was like mini Dr. Seuss flowers.
Yeah.
It was so cute. Did you watch that video?
I don't remember that. I don't remember that part specifically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you watch that video?
I watched part of that video.
Liar. I can tell when he's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I watched part of that video.
I don't know what you're talking about. I can see it on his face. He's got this like blank stare like, I'm not sure what she's talking about right now. Okay, so the last question that I have today is from Miss Heidi Jones. She says, question, I have heard that when you top your garden beds with wood mulch, it will rob the plants of nitrogen. Is there any truth to that? Good luck with those beautiful dahlias. Love the colors. Thanks, Janie. Thanks, Heidi. There is truth to that, Heidi. However, hold on. It is not like, it's a very common myth that a lot of people will say that wood mulch robs plants of nitrogen because the wood mulch breaks down so quickly, it actually sucks up surrounding nitrogen. However, the only spots that actually happens are literally right where the soil is touching the wood mulch, like right there. And so the only way that could affect a plant, really affect a plant, is if you planted the plant so shallow that the roots are right there, right where the soil is touching the wood mulch. But we don't plant our plants that way. We plant our plants down so the roots are down here, well away from where the wood mulch is. So that's a super common thing that people will talk about, and it's
because it's like technically true, but functionally a non-issue.
There you go. That's the perfect way to say it. It's functionally a non-issue, and the benefits of using wood mulch so far outweigh any cons of that like I can't even use wood mulch. It's so good for your garden. It's so good for your garden. And the nitrogen robbing is like such this tiny little thing. And it's a really hard concept. Now, this is what I learned in my Master Gardener's class, and I've done other research on it, and I've talked to other professionals about it, and they all say the exact same thing. And so it's basically, yes, it does. There is truth to that, but that's not how we plant our plants. We don't plant our plants in the very surface, and it literally like this much of it will be affected, but then this much of it will get benefit from breaking down of the wood chips. So
unless you use the horizontal sideways planting technique, it's a non-issue.
Even the horizontal sideways planting technique, you still have to put soil on top of it. like it would be if you screwed up and you didn't plant your plant deep enough.
But even then, if it's only that much,
I know.
then you're still talking.
I know.
Even a 4-inch pod is.
I know. I know. It's just a non-issue. So, I mean, but technically it does occur, but it's just a non-issue. So don't worry about it. Use wood mulch. It's free. It's good for your garden. It's good for your soil. Anyway, so that is going to be it. Another huge thank you to Laura and Aaron for having us. What a fun day that we had.
Thank you very much if you guys happen to watch this. Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you guys for watching. We're just about to hit a big number here.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Like soon.
I know. I was watching it today.
Were you?
I know. It keeps going up. So anyway, we're about to hit 100K on YouTube. And Subscribers. Yeah. And I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Are we going to do anything to celebrate?
I don't know. What should we do?
Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today.